There's so much misinformation out there about what it means to detach from your outcome, and I don't like the idea of you guys being confused or detaching in the wrong way because of the misinformation. So I'm here today to clear it up once and for all. Now, detachment is something that I have done a lot in my own life with various things, and I can honestly say that learning to detach correctly has been the biggest game changer in my journey overall. Because now it gets to me a point where I'm like, oh my God, that thing's happened already. Give me a chance to manifest it, you know? Because detachment just lets everything come so much smoother, so much more smoothly. You know what I'm trying to say. And I want to get you to that point too. But there is a correct definition of what it means to detach, as I want to explain in today's video. Before we get into that, however, if you need any one-to-one help, you need me looking into the situation, giving my thoughts and tailored advice, down below in the comment section and the description are the links to my services where I can offer just that. If you need some self-study worksheets or homework, on that same website are my worksheets with my knowledge imparted onto them. Or if you need exclusive content, such as Katie telling you about what she experienced while being manifested, presentation videos, my full Manifest Your X-Back guide, and so on, free products, discounts on products, me affirming for you, or a call with me, check out the memberships. Or if you want a 33 lesson long course on how to manifest your person, giving you everything that you could ever need, allowing you to unsubscribe from every channel out there, including mine, if your goal is to manifest a person, in the courses tab of my website is that course. Check them out if you're interested. But for now, thank you for your time. Let's get into this video. Now, I think that the confusion comes from the fact that many people associate detachment with the set it and forget it model. Now, as I described in Wednesday's video, so I'm not going to go into too much detail, there's a very big difference between setting it and forgetting it and detaching. Setting it and forgetting it is basically doing some manifestation work and never thinking about it again. Does this work? Yeah. Typically, though, with things that you don't care about or you don't already have many thoughts to do with, such as a free drink or your mum calling you or hearing a song on the radio. Detachment means to let go of the things that don't associate you with having your desire, i.e. need for it, circumstances regarding it, anything that has you up in a tizzy when it comes to your desire. It does not mean detaching from the desire, and it does not mean not doing the work to create the desire. It means detaching from things that show you don't have the desire, because if you did in your end result, as in physical reality, those things wouldn't exist then. So they shouldn't exist to you up here now, as I'm going to obviously explain in this video. So this is why you can persist and detach at the same time. Persisting and set it and forget it method oppose, and therefore you can't do the two of those at the same time, which is why I believe that there's some confusion. But persisting correctly and detaching correctly actually go hand in hand to bring you the desire in the most effective way possible. It's not destroying your manifestation by detaching. It's potentially not helping your manifestation by setting and forgetting if, when trying to forget, you're constantly thinking about it negatively, you're constantly doubting it, and so on. Setting it and forgetting it means impressing the subconscious mind with the story you have it, and then just letting it go until it comes entirely, i.e. not thinking about it, not concerning yourself with it, and so on. Detaching is different because it means to let go of the things that don't associate you with having it, so your persistence can be more effective. Because of course, as Wednesday's video showed, persistence is the process of showing up each and every day, or at least as consistently as possible, to show your subconscious mind, yes, I have this desire. Yes, I have this desire. Yes, I have this desire. More dominantly than you are showing up saying, no, I don't have this desire. No, I don't have this desire. No, I don't have this desire. So what it means to detach is when we are in a state of need for something, Need stems from a dependency. Dependency stems from lack of having. We are detaching from the need for it because we already have it. As in our imagination, it already exists as ours, so therefore we can detach from the need of it because it's ours and because it's coming. You are choosing it as opposed to needing it. Therefore, you're detaching from the need of it because it is yours. Think of it like this, if you were to put it into a kind of real world experience. When your friends have the newest phone, typically when you're younger, as you kind of get to my age, that kind of stuff doesn't matter. But when you're a bit younger, your friends will have the newest phone or the newest console or the newest something, and it's all you can think about. I need it. I have to have it. I need to do anything I can to make it happen. Why are you in that state? Because you don't have it. So therefore you're in need of it, breeding lack of it, breeding that feeling of like, oh my God, I'm missing out. FOMO, for example. And then once you get it, it becomes normal. Oh yeah, I've had this Xbox for 3 weeks now, or I've had this new phone, or I got the new Jordans and, I like them, I want them, I take care of them, but I don't need them. It's normal for me to have them now. That's what the persistence element is. Sorry, Katie's moving around upstairs. But that's what the persistence element is. It's yours. So you're showing the subconscious mind it's mine, it's mine, it's mine through the work that you're doing. And the detachment element is, because it's mine, I need not concern myself with what the 3D shows. I need not concern myself with need for it. I need not concern myself with anything that states I do not have it. 3D circumstances, negative thoughts, negative feelings of needing to chase and do all of those things. You're letting go of all of that because you already have it through the work of persistence, through the work of showing your subconscious mind it is already yours. So when it comes to this element of detaching, it helps the persistence side of things. It helps impress the subconscious mind, because when we're persisting, we're showing our mind it is mine. When we're detaching, we're showing our mind, I have let go of anything that says that it's not mine. I.e., living in the end through persistence and reducing anything that stops us from living in the end by detaching. Now, how can we detach? How can we make this process of detachment that little bit easier? Sorry, we've got really creaky floorboards. I need to sort them out. But how can we help with the detachment element then? Typically speaking, it comes with an awareness of yourself in the moment. When you notice yourself getting too invested, too needy to chase, too desperate to have, to all of these kinds of things, just taking a deep breath to center the self again and reminding yourself, it's already mine. What am I even worried about? Of course she's going to message me later. She's my partner. Of course he's going to show off me later. He's my partner. Like, why am I getting so worked up about? Let me just let go of this. Quite literally speaking to yourself in that way. I used to use a process actually called the why would I care method. Some OGs of the channel would maybe remember that. And I would literally, when I noticed myself get too congested, why would I care if I don't get it? Why would I care? It's not a problem. Helping me detach from the need of it, which then once I kind of felt better, I could go, because it's mine. Aiding and impressing the subconscious mind that I have it. So that's kind of like one method, is to just kind of keep yourself aware of yourself when the desire comes to mind. If you're getting too invested or needy, rein it in, take a deep breath, calm the body and mind. What am I worried about? She's already mine. That job's already mine. I already have that house. Like, what am I even worried about? It's already mine. It's all good. Let me just get on with my day. And by doing this, you're quite literally talking yourself out of being attached. And then by following it up with, because it's mine, showing that it is yours. Again, coupling the persistence with the detachment element, because they go hand in hand. Another way that you can detach, and I find this one to be very effective if you want consistent results while detaching, is to simply just set aside times when you're going to do the manifestation work, and outside of that time, ensure that you are getting on with your life. Need for something, as I mentioned, is a dependency for change. Now, of course, we can want change. I wish I had, well, I don't wish I had, but I'm more than happy to have more money. I'm more than happy to have a better physique. I'm more than happy to have a bigger house, for example. So I'm not against the idea of change. But by appreciating what I currently have, my dependency on change is lessened, thus stepping out of an attached space and allowing my living in the end work, my persistence, to take the dominant seat. So by doing your manifestation work, let's just say, for example, in the morning and night, and then a couple of times throughout the day if you've got some time, but then in between that, living life to the absolute fullest and just showing yourself gratitude for what you do have and appreciating the time you have with your friends, the time you spend gaming, the foods you eat, and all of these great things. You show your mind, while you want that person or that job or that whatever, and are happy for them to come in, you don't need them to come in. You don't need change. You're okay with what things are like now. But you're choosing, through the live in the end, to make sure that tomorrow is even better. And then the day after that is even better. And the day after that is even better. And that's the persisting element, choosing tomorrow. The detachment element is making sure that it's not going to be the same as today. So this is why I don't think that detachment is a bad thing at all. If anything, I actually think it's the key to your manifestation. Because if you're super attached, you're dependent on change, you're showing your mind need, the subconscious mind creates more of what it already has, creates more of what you already are. If you're dependent on change, you're going to stay dependent on change, which means the change hasn't happened. If you're independent of change, you allow the work that shows change, the persistence, to take control and, like I said, create a better tomorrow. With the set it and forget it method, if you're attached to your outcome or if you've got lots of opposing thoughts, then yes, setting it and forgetting it may not work for you. But detachment will never ever be a bad thing because of what I've expressed today. And on a very small side note, for those of you that are scared to detach because you're concerned that you're not going to want your desire anymore, or you're worried that your desire won't come, I can honestly say that you have much more chance of not receiving your desire by being attached than you would by not being attached. Additionally to that, by consciously choosing to do the work and detaching, you create the biggest chance of you having it. So it is quite literally better for you in all instances to detach from it, because at the very, very least, it lets you enjoy your fucking life again. Like, I've been where you are, especially if you're manifesting a person. I know that when you're trying to manifest a person from an attached space, it's so difficult to enjoy life. So even if just by simply detaching, you bring that soul back to the things you're doing again, that is a win. But just remember, by doing so, you're actually going to make that desire come much better, thus getting you the desire. So no, detachment is not destroying your manifestation. Setting it and forgetting it, if you can't actually forget it, is going to make a negative impact on your manifestation. Yes, but even the process of setting and forgetting it has its place. But detachment, if I could be so bold as to say, I think is genuinely the key to manifesting anything. And it's especially the key to removing the things you don't want to experience, because it stops you associating with them as yours, thus creating more of them. But I really hope this video has helped. I hope this has explained the element of detaching, coupled with Wednesday's video that explains the element of persisting. You can combine them. They do not contradict. Persisting and letting go aren't opposites. Well, I suppose persisting and detaching aren't opposites. They are two sides to the same coin. Persisting is ensuring your living in the end is up to scratch. Detachment is ensuring the negative shit that you've got going on is as minimal as possible. They come together to create that dominant state, maximizing both sides of the coin. So thank you very much for being here with me today. I really hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, drop me a like and a comment to let me know. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and be sure to click that bell icon. And like I say, if you need my one-to-one help, tailoring advice with my success and experience into your situation, in that comment section and description is the link to my website where you can find the services that I offer. If you want some worksheets, some homework type things, they're on the shop. If you want exclusive content, free Manifest For You days, free products, discounts, and a 10-minute call with me, they're on the memberships. And if you want 33 lessons worth of a Manifest Your Specific Person course, on the courses tab, you can find that. But thank you so much for being here. Bye-bye.